Before the video continues, I just want to ask that you subscribe if you haven't already, if you like the content. We are super close to 2,000 subscribers, and I don't want it to stop there. I can only achieve this goal if you do subscribe. And speaking of liking the content, why not hit the like button as well? And you might as well leave a comment. Doing these 3 things helps more than you know, and also shows YouTube that more people should see me. So keep this in mind when moving forward. Thank you, and enjoy. With rotation, Scolipede took a huge hit, with it losing probably its biggest support, Brute Bonnet and Ancient Booster Capsule. Now, if you don't know, Scolipede is essentially an OHKO deck, meaning that it one-hit knockouts anything in front of it. It's an old card, and if you've been in the community for long, then you should know what it does, so I'll actually skip over the teaching part and instead say that losing Brute Bonnet really did suck for me, because honestly there was nothing else to make it stay alive other than it just being another 2-hit knockout deck. And if you stay to use Spiritomb, then I swear to God, I'm gonna sign you up to be raised by clowns in the circus, because that is a joke, and everybody knows that Munkidori can just offset that so easily. But a subscriber recently opened my eyes to something new, and that subscriber's name is Soverson. Hello Soverson. Instead of using poison to OHKO, just use burn, and this opened up my mind. I literally felt like I just gained eternal access to the Matrix, and with this knowledge, cause oh my god, yes! Just use burn instead of poison and you have a proper revival for Scolipede. Now on screen is a list that they submitted into the chat, and I will say that I do like what they were cooking with this. I especially do like that they're using Grimsley with Academy at night, and I have preached that this is a great way to utilize Grimsley while we still have this stadium. It sets up so much, and I really do look forward to exploring this idea in the future. But something else that I noticed is that this deck doesn't really have draw. And I did let them know in a comment, so I'm not really putting them on blast in the public and criticizing their deck, and if it does seem that way then I really do apologize. But as I mentioned to them, there is brick potential, and as you've seen on this channel, we don't like to build houses, we want to play the game. Their choice of using the burn effect was to actually use Volcarona and its ability, which will allow you to discard a fire energy from your hand and make your opponent's active Pokemon burn. That is good, and I actually really do like that they're using Crispin as well. In all honesty, they truly did cook with their build, but I have another way of burning. As you know from the thumbnail, we are using Volcanion EX. It's the same effect, allowing you to burn your opponent's Pokemon, but instead of discarding an energy, you have to be right front and center with a match and a lighter to set your opponent ablaze. As far as draw, I did add in Mega Kangaskhan, and I will go ahead and show my list now and point out that this is a very supporter heavy build, and man is it super fun and also easy to play this deck. Again, it's a new take on the deck and I love it. Make sure that you also do leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. As always, enjoy. Alright, now something that I didn't really get to specify in the intro that I'm just not realizing is that my choice of A-Spec was of course Prime Catcher, and to me that is a no-brainer because it allows you to very easily just target and set up an OHKO when you have everything ready and secure. Now, as far as what we want to potentially do, I mean, there is potential for me to get Mega Kangaskhan. There is. Ooh, I could just get, yeah, oh my god, wait, that Cyrano is huge, actually. Oh my god, I can just get Mega Kangaskhan and get you, and I already have a Volcanion down, so I just need you two. Realistically, is my last missing piece. I have another Poké Pad. Oh my god, this is actually really big. So off the mulligans, we did see that they are playing Mega Feraligatr, so that is something that we have to kind of keep in mind. But next turn I have Janine and Ciphermaniac that could give me Rare Candy and a Dark Energy to start. Sorry, it could give me Rare Candy if I don't get a Dark Energy here. It doesn't give me a Dark Energy here. It would have been nice to have a Dark Energy, but yeah, Ciphermaniac and Mega Kangaskhan is really going to help me out a lot here. And I will say that I know that Mega Kangaskhan is realistically a bad engine when it comes down to it, but again, it has so much synergy with Ciphermaniac, and I really, do they have anything to knock? Oh my god, do they have Mega Frostlass? Do they have Mega Frostlass? Oh, they don't. Okay, interesting. Okay, so then with that being said, let me see what I do here. So I could Ciphermaniac. I could. That gives me Scolipede because I can get Rare Candy and a Poké Pad to then just set up another Venipede, but I also would like to have another energy because next turn I can just come in with Janine potentially. You know what? I am actually going to Ultra Ball, and I'm going to get rid of a Janine and a Petrel. I'm only gonna get rid of one each. I definitely need to make sure that I'm keeping that somewhat safe. We also do know that one Venipede is prized, so we do need to keep that in mind. But I can also go ahead and play Ciphermaniac to get me a Rare Candy and honestly a Dark Energy. Realistically, a Dark Energy is probably gonna help me out a lot here. And then next turn, I can get Janine, get you fully energized, get you started to be energized, and I would be okay and set, and then I can just retreat out. I could Pecharunt, and we should be fine. We should be good. I don't think that they have anything crazy. If they do play Mega Frostlass with Mega Feraligatr, which is honestly a pretty interesting combination. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's definitely a combination nonetheless. We might potentially see something coming into fruition next turn, depending on what they do. We know that they can't boss, so okay, so they do play Mega Frostlass, and that's perfect. They can't knock me out with Mega Kangaskhan. Even with the 150, they can't knock me out that way, so that's really, really good. We are able to Oko the Mega Frostlass, and I love that. Also, to keep in mind with the draw that I was mentioning earlier, we also do play Team Rocket's Petrel as well as Team Rocket's Factory, and I can see that you might say that might be draw overkill, but I don't really think so at the same time. I think that is really not the worst option either. Okay, you doing that. Oh, they just concede. Ah! Wait, hold on. Okay, so they started with 4 Pokemon in hand, and they decided to still put Meowth first? What? I don't get that. That's so... Hey, man, whatever. To each their own, of course, man. Like, what? But, like, what? Okay, so, honestly, with us having Cyrano, this is honestly the best bet here. I just need these 3, and then I can just go ahead and start drawing. I have Lillie for next turn as well, if we don't get our hand disrupted. I will actually go ahead and Pokégear first. It just gives me another Lillie. Okay, that's fine. We get a little bit of a reshuffle, but, you know what? I will actually go ahead and just burn first. You know what? Why not just go ahead and put damage on my opponents? There's no reason not to. And just run Aaron. Hopefully this can give me a Poké Pad or Ultra Ball? No, it doesn't. Okay. Alright, so we have, like, basically an entire hand of supporters and Pokemon. Beautiful. Okay, but honestly, yeah, I was super upset with them conceding last game, but honestly, it's also, like, a little bit of a pat on the back at the same time, knowing that, like, they concede because they're scared, you know? They don't have what they need, so they're scared. If they get set up pretty early, I will be scared. So... Oh my god, they just get straight up 7 energy. Do they have a Pokemon? Do they have Mega Charizard? Either one of them? Like, why commit that early? You know, sometimes, like, I question players. I really do. I question a lot of the people that I go against, but it makes me think sometimes, like, you know, what are some people thinking? You know what I mean? Like, it makes me kind of question, like, why do players do what they do? Okay, so... Not liking the fact that we are a slow start with getting our bench set up as far as our Venipedes, but it looks like they're also having a little bit of a slow start as well too. So I might be able to benefit and prosper. I can somewhat see at the same time why they did do Fire Breather in the way that they did. I can see why they might want to maybe kind of like get rid of their deck a little bit so they're not bricking, etc, etc. I can see that argument a little bit, but it's still at the same time just kind of like it's a weird thing to see sometimes. It's a weird thing to see for sure. Okay, so I think I Lillie and then run Aaron. I think that might be the better play. Okay, this gives me Venipede, and we also did see that Prime Catcher was not prized, so we can maybe get to use that this game as well. Oh wow, wait, I want them to bring up Mega Kangaskhan. I really do want them to bring up Mega Kangaskhan, not Mega Kangaskhan. Sup, stupid me. I meant Mega Charizard. I would love for them to bring up Mega Charizard, just so I can go ahead and maybe kind of take advantage of, you know, Prime Catcher, because Petrel gives me Prime Catcher. So, I definitely want to try to take advantage of that, but I, of course, have nothing else to do with my hand here. So, but I do have Scolipede next turn. I have another energy ready to go. So, I mean, and I also do have a switch too, so I can get the Scolipede out my next turn after that. So, this could look pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie, this could look pretty nice. Alright, so they do a Petrel. Can this give them something to allow them to evolve? I definitely want to target a Mega. I definitely want to target that. If not, I'll just target Fez. Take away their knockout draw as well. I'll just target Fez. Oh, there's Rare Candy. Okay, we're kind of getting there. Wait, are we getting there? Ah, there it is. Okay, there's the boy. Okay, Mega Kangaskhan definitely gets knocked out here. 100% gets knocked out here. If they retreat out and they put a lot of energy, 100% gets knocked out here. But we do have a revenge knockout, and we can probably also just pull off Team Rocket's Petrel just to get ourselves a Night Stretcher, because if they don't have in hand another Charmander, then they're going to have a slow start as well in getting them fully Inner Charizard? Oh, the Inner Dragon. But yeah, they will probably have a pretty rough time in getting back a Mega Charizard. They will have Fez active. Yeah, okay, so yeah, they do that. So what do they need? 9, 18, 21, 27. Is that even math? Am I doing the right math? I don't think I am. Oh, they do Fire Wing. Oh, you messed up. You messed up. You should have tried to get some prizes, man. You definitely should have tried to get some prizes. Oh my god, did you mess up drastically. Alright, don't you freaking dare. Don't you freaking dare try to get out of this, my boy. I swear to... Oh, there's Prime Catcher right there. Oh, you know what? No, I don't need to, because I have Switch in hand. So I can just... Oh, I'm stupid. Wait, I would need Boss. I would need Boss then. Oh, there he is. Wait, that could have been a huge misplay. That could have been a huge misplay if I didn't get that. Oh my god. That could have been horrendous for me. Alright, and then honestly, I kind of don't want to put poison on myself yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of get this knockout right here. They do have a revenge... Oh, they don't have a revenge knockout with Oricorio. It's only doing 110. Okay, so I think that we're fine. In all honesty, I just have yet another knockout against Oricorio because I could... Oh, wait, why not just go for Fez? Screw Oricorio, I could just go for Fez. I have another Venipede. I have Prime Catcher in hand, so I can just go for Fez. Oh my god, beautiful. Beautiful. Oh my god, this is what cinema needs to be nowadays. Just this, a roller coaster of just rock hard toes, you know what I mean? Like, just rock hard. But nonetheless, all right, so Night Stretcher, this will probably allow them to get the Mega Charizard back, of course, if not just another Charmander to what did I just say? To just go ahead and start setting up later down the road. I am curious as to kind of what they're gonna do to recover, because I don't think that they recover in time. I don't really need to worry about draw either, so I think it's just gonna be Prime Catcher, Volcanion in the active, and Fez in the active, and just get the burn on the Fezandipiti, retreat out, blah blah blah, bada bing, dastardly jab them right in the goddamn face, and say GG's. Air Balloon coming onto the Oricorio, and oh, they don't play Fez? Wait, and am I missing something? Did they play Fez? And I'm just, oh my god, they can't play Fez because they were knocked out. Oh my god, knowledge is coming back to my brain. I'm in the Matrix again. Oh my god, they can't use Fez because it's knocked out because of the burn. Oh my god, man. Genuinely such an amazing deck. I love what this does. And I love the potential of how crazy this can be. Oh my god, I just Prime Catcher, yeah, just Fez, and then Volcanion, get you burn, and just knock out the Fez. I don't even need to do anything else after that. And look, this is why I love using the Prime Catcher. I love using Prime Catcher. We know that we do get knocked out, because Oricorio does knock me out. In all honesty, I probably could have just targeted the Oricorio, but I did get a little jealous, and honestly, why did I do Fez? Wait, why did I do Fez? I realized that they can't use Fez after knockouts. So why did I... Okay, maybe the knowledge left me. Maybe the knowledge left me. That was a dumb play. Okay, so then I would need to recover... a Scolipede. So depending on what my top deck is, I'm gonna have to hope that Mega Kangaskhan gives me a rare candy, or I can just get a Scolipede or a rare candy and I can just Hilda. So let's see. Okay, we do have another energy in hand though, so that is something that we do have. Or I just want silence. I just want to enjoy this moment. Okay, so we're gonna keep a little quiet here. And oh my god, what a top deck! Oh my god, fuck the silence, dude. What a top deck! What? Honestly, can I say that, like, that goes down in history as probably, like, the coolest and the best way to win a game and possibly ever. Like, I genuinely don't think I could have scripted that to look any better than what it already did. Oh my god. But, okay, so we do know that we do have item lock on us as well next turn. I'm not really... Ooh. Oh, wait, that's not... that. Dude, you don't scare me at all, bro. What? Okay, so, I kind of got scared there for a second, because I was like, wait, basically my entire deck is almost entirely EX Pokemon, but it doesn't matter, because we just Oko. But, yeah, so we do get to burn the Badoo, and we also do see that they are playing Gravity Mountain, or not, sorry, Gravity Mountain. They're playing Gravity Gemstone, but in all honesty, I don't think that really matters all too much, because a Latias will just basically negate that entire effect that Gravity Gemstone has, so we don't really need to worry about being retreat locked. And I love that we do have Latias and it wasn't prized, because being retreat locked definitely would have sucked for us. Okay, so I don't know what I do. Janine will allow me to energize. Hilda will give me an evolution. Ciphermaniac can just set me up for next turn. I will definitely go ahead and take advantage of burning the Badoo to get, you know, 2 damage counters on it. And if it gets locked in, because they also themselves need an energy to now get Badoo out of the active if they don't play Switch or anything like that. So now it's just like, do I energize or do I just set up my turn next turn? I think I'm going to set up. I think setting up might look a little bit better for me. What do I set up with? I think I set up with... I have Scolipede in hand. Yeah, I think this is actually the best play, because I get Mega Kangaskhan next turn, I get a rare candy into Scolipede, and then I get another card, which could potentially be a Dark Energy. If it's not a Dark Energy, I just have Hilda. Oh my god, wait. Oh, and the Badoo's knocked out next turn too. Oh my god, bring out Crustle and you are gone. Oh my god, wait, this is a god turn. What is happening to me right now? Oh wait, I can't. Stupid, I can't even use rare candy. Oh, because I'm gonna be... Dude, like I said, the knowledge is coming away from me. Okay, I can't even use rare candy, so I'm gonna have to use Hilda, most likely, to try... Oh, interesting. Do they retreat out? And... Oh, okay. The knowledge is coming back. I predicted this, by the way. I knew this was coming. I just wanted to psych you guys out and make you think that I made a dumb play. But, dude, you're talking to me, all right? You're talking to me. You know what I do. Okay, so, might as well go ahead and burn it, because if I can pull off a knockout, I won't be able to get you back out of the active. Oh, wait. I won't even be able to get you back into the active, because... Oh, man. Okay. Alright, so Mega Kangaskhan has to give me... It realistically has to give me a lot here. I know we're about to get Rare Candy. Whirlipede. Honestly, yeah. Might as well do it manually. Because I don't have Pecharunt, so... I mean, I still have it nonetheless, but, you know, definitely just try to do this. That is our only Whirlipede as well. We're not weak to we're not weak to grass, so we're good. We're only weak to fighting. I mean, if they have a boss in that 2-card hand, then that could be a little troublesome for sure. But yeah, not having Pecharunt is actually kind of just like kind of hurting me a little bit here. If they ping a Mega Kangaskhan, that's okay. That's totally fine. I do have a knockout relatively soon. If I can get, oh, they have Switch. So now they switch into Badoo. That could potentially be a knockout for me soon. Larry's Skill. We did see off the mulligan that they did have Larry's Skill, and Larry's Skill is underrated. So whenever I played with my subscribers, there was one person that was using the Bronzong evolution kind of stall, and they were playing Laria's Skill, and I think that is probably the best way I've ever seen anybody play Laria's Skill in that deck. Was genuinely a really good way of playing it. So if you were there for the live stream and you know which deck I'm talking about, I think it was like the first game that I played. I definitely do want to commend them for that, because that was genuinely a really good use for Larry's Skill. Okay, so did they get Fire Energy? Did they have something with fire in this deck? Oh, they got a Fighting Energy. Okay, so they just have it for you. Okay, so then you can be troublesome for Mega Kangaskhan and allowing you to do damage to me. Alright, Itchy Pollen. Alright, so item cards are off the table, which is kind of another reason as to why that actually would have been amazing. Kind of another reason as to why I was making this a very supporter heavy build. Petrel. Petrel can just give me, you know what, I'll factory and see if this factory draw will give me anything, because I don't have Run Aaron anymore. So let me see if this factory draw gives me anything. It does kind of give me something, actually. All right, so we're definitely having a little bit of a slow start here. I am honestly just going to retreat out and knock it out by burn. There's no reason for me to come in with the Scolipede. I just come in with burn and it knocks out anyways. I can save Scolipede whenever item lock is away. So I'm trying to think. Setting you up as an attacker really doesn't make sense if they have EX guard. You can't OHKO me in return. So, and this is an interesting play. I'm not gonna lie. This is a little bit of an interesting kind of like scenario that I'm in right now. I don't know if I like it or hate it. I do like the fact that I'm having to think quite a bit, but I don't know if this is a bad matchup against this deck. Especially since I don't have another Venipede set up, and I know that a Whirlipede is prized as well, so I can't just like manually evolve. I have to rely on Rare Candy to get out another Scolipede. But we know that they do have Lillie in hand, so that is good. Also, what is good is whenever I knock out this Crustle, they won't have another one energized. And in all honesty, I would expect a concession after that point. Ooh, boss. Okay, so they're going ahead and already... Ooh, I don't know if I like that. There's a boss in return for me. So if I were to do this, I won't have the energy necessary. I am doing a lot here to secure myself a knockout. But realistically, I kind of need to. I really need to make sure that I have a knockout here. I don't want to get rid of Night Stretcher. I think I get rid of you and a Scolipede. That might be stupid, but I realistically need Pecharunt. Pecharunt is going to kind of help me out here to get out a knockout, because I'm going to have to retreat you out. Do you give me... What do you give me? You give me a Lillie, okay. Let me retreat out. Let me Volcanion to go ahead and burn it. I know that poison does knock me out somewhat soon, because yeah, that poison's really gonna hurt me a lot here. Okay, Venipede, that's actually somewhat decent. And then I have Night Stretcher as well to go ahead and get a Dark Energy to attach. I have Janine, and I also do have... I have something. I mean, I have some plays here. I really do. So yeah, we knock out this. And again, they do have a Lillie in hand, and they haven't taken a knockout yet. So they will get a cards off of the Lillie. But we know that they don't have anything else energized. So we might be able to benefit from the fact that they don't have another Crustle or a Cornerstone energized. So... and again, I mean, unless they get a Crispin, if they do play Crispin in this deck, we know that they do have a Lillie because they top decked boss last turn. In all honesty, if Pokégear can give me boss, I'm just gonna target the Cornerstone Ogerpon and just keep like kind of building up my Venipede. I will need, oh wait, I have Prime Catcher. Okay, so I was getting a little worried about the poison, but I have Prime Catcher in hand. I don't need to worry that much. I have Prime Catcher in hand, so I can just promote up the Cornerstone Ogerpon, burn it, knock it out, yada yada bada bing, we're out of there. Also, super late in me saying this, and if you're still here watching this, I want to say thank you if you did give me some wishes for my birthday. It was very sweet, and I know that I replied to everybody, but yes, if you didn't know and you're still here, my birthday was this past weekend, and it was really fun. I had a really good time, and you know, again, thank you guys for all the wishes, and I really do appreciate for what you guys had said and done. But nonetheless, I Prime Catcher up you just because you already have energy. You could be somewhat troublesome. I go ahead and burn. Honestly, I might use Ciphermaniac. Oh yeah, wait, no, I might use Ciphermaniac and Mega Kangaskhan to go ahead and set up another Venipede or Scolipede. I mean, I might as well, because I don't have another one coming up anytime soon. So yeah, let me run errand. Okay, so yeah, there's this, and I do have a Night Stretcher to go ahead and get back an energy that I did discard earlier, and then I will have Janine next turn, and I have a pretty good knockout. So yeah, let me just go ahead and promote the Pecharunt and get it poison knockouts. Beautiful. Poison doesn't knock me out in the next couple of turns, so I could probably still survive with this one Scolipede, depending on what they promote and what I decide to do. I probably could survive with this one Scolipede right here. Also, sorry if that sounded super disappointing or super like devastating, and me saying like if you're still here. I look at the analytics sometimes, so that's just me, I guess, unintentionally being a little. I don't want to say passive aggressive because I'm not upset by it, but you know, I apologize for that. That was a little rude, so I am very sorry for that. Honestly, at this point, Roto Stick. Okay, so they're not going to concede. I was going to say at this point I would concede. I don't have anything energized. I mean, I'm having a little bit of a slow start. Itchy Pollen does actually knock me out. It does help knock me out with the poison. So if they do decide to Itchy Pollen me, that does kind of hurt me a little bit. But I just have Janine. So, but I want to have Boss. I really would like to have Boss to target the Ogerpon. That is what I would really love to have. Okay. Definitely some options here. I do have Pokégear, but I don't think I have enough Boss because I only played 2. Oh, I haven't. Oh, I forgot I used Prime Catcher that one turn. I still have my 2 bosses potentially. Oh, I can't Pokégear because I'm Itchy Pollen. Okay. So then what do I do? Ooh, okay. Can I draw into it though? Oh, that was close. That was really close. All right. Then I just have to Lillie and just hope that I get it next turn, and then I will probably just probably Badoo here. Yikers, it's just, oh man, if they have Boss, they knock out my Scolipede. Okay, actually this itchy Pollen is actually doing a lot more damage than I thought it would. Doing a lot more damage than I thought. I honestly just have to hope that they don't have Boss. That's honestly all I have to hope for, that they don't have Boss. If they do, then it's really just GG's, and I probably end up conceding, even though, like I said, like, you know, I would concede at that point to my opponent. I don't have another one ready to go. So we'll see. If they do, again, GG's. And honestly, again, I love this build with Scolipede, and I think Volcanion is a lot easier than using Volcarona. And once again, I'm not trying to at all bash the subscriber that gave the idea. I just think that it's a little more troublesome and can be a little worrisome if you have like the Scolipede energized and ready to go, but you don't have the energy to discard with Volcarona. And I know that in their deck they did play 2 copies of Fire Breather, but let's say Judge comes into effect or Xerosic and you have to make a sacrifice. That's where it becomes a little bit of an issue, where Volcanion is all it needs to have is just something in the active. So, and they did play Lillie, so we know they don't have Boss, so we have we have what we need. We're good, we're set, we're ready, and we win. I don't think that there's any issues with us. We definitely need to make sure that we draw into the boss, because yeah, we did get Itchy Pollen. We are item locked even further. So, hoping that draw definitely did kind of help me a little bit. Okay. Let me see my options here. I'll just go ahead and burn the Badoo and get that knocked down next turn. Hopefully this gives me a Venipede. I think I have at least one. Oh, it does. Beautiful. Okay, and also just bounce Force of Vitality, because why not? And I will also just go ahead and do this and let them potentially try to target my Mega Kangaskhan. Switch. Okay. Alright, this is actually not that bad. Not that bad. Alright, so we just need one prize. And honestly, we can only get our prizes from the Scolipede. Does Sludge Bomb knock out? Sludge Bomb does knock out Crustle. So if worst case scenario, absolute worst case scenario, I could Crustle knock out. Wait, no, what am I saying? There's no reason for me to do that. If I have the knockout with Scolipede, I might as well just knock out with Scolipede. That's stupid to say. Lilies. Alright, beautiful. No boss. Alright, so win is just guaranteed for us. They are doing, what, 280? They're not even automatically knocking out Mega Kangaskhan, because they're going to be 1 damage counter short from knocking out Mega Kangaskhan. Oh my god. Again, I have to sing the praise for the subscriber that gave the idea to combine this. Oh, wait, you don't even damage. Oh, wow. Okay, you don't even do damage like that. Okay, I'm stupid here. Alright, I'm just going to go for the burn. And then just knock out. But again, I definitely am super grateful to the subscriber that did give the idea to use burn with the Scolipede, because genuinely, like, it's opened up my eyes, and I would love to take the Scolipede into some type of competition or a cup, and it's genuinely something that is a force to be reckoned with, is what I meant to say. It's really good. But nonetheless, I hope that you guys did enjoy the video and have a great day. Again, leave a like if you liked the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. I do plan to post a lot of great tier content. Great tier, not god tier, because, you know, I do want to keep myself a little leveled. But again, I hope you guys enjoy. Peace.